Guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming and welcome to our latest 40k battle report. A battle report today that I'm not taking part in. It is Matt versus Ed. We have a bit of a showdown between two legends of the hobby. I think it is probably fair to say. Legends of the hobby. So today we have Ed and his Red Scorpions versus Matt and his Night Lords. The mission today, how do we think it's going to go? It's a tough one to call.
It's going to be a bit of a Gambit.
Hey. So the mission we are doing today is Tactical Gambit. So that is where you draw 4 tactical objectives every single turn. But before you do that, you have to say how many you're going to score. If you do that or more, you get that many victory points. If you don't do it, the opponent gets the victory points. So it's constantly changing. You have to try and guess how many of these objectives you're going to do. So I think it's going to be quite good. I think it's going to be quite interesting.
It's cool.
Yeah, and it's the first time Ed used your Red Scorpion.
It is the first time.
First time, so it could go disastrously wrong.
Oh, it's going to go disastrously wrong. I'm going to forget everything. I'm going to deploy wrong. I'm going to pick the wrong psychic powers. I'm actually going to use psychic powers. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and you and your Night Lords. Much 40k with them?
No, it's been the first time in 10,000 years since I've used them. So, yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah, and you've picked a really easy mission to get your teeth into as well. Brilliant. Shall we go take a look at those armies? Here is the Night Lords Battalion Detachment down into HQ. We have a Chaos Lord that is equipped with...
He's got the Talons of the Black Hunt, which is the Night Lord's Relic Lightning Claws there. He's also got the Warlord trait Night Hunter's Curse.
And then we move over to the Sorcerer,
who is literally WYSIWYG but with a jump pack.
And then into troops, we have got one squad of 5 Tactical Marines, second squad of 5 Tactical Marines, and a third squad of 5 Tactical Marines.
Yep, and all of the aspiring champions have got a chainsword and a combi bolter.
And also in troops, we have the Cultists.
Yep, big unit of 30 there. So hopefully trying to make use of one of the current meta rules that's going around at the minute.
Into elites, we have got a 5-man Terminator squad in here. There are 3 Power Fists and 2 Chain Fists. We also have Leviathan Dreadnought that's got the Grav Flux Bombard and the Siege Drill. And then into Fast Attack, we have the Storm Eagle equipped with the multi-melters and all of the normal missile loadout. And finally in Fast Attack, we have a squad of Raptors all equipped with bolt pistols and chainswords, apart from the Aspiring Champion that has got a Power Fist.
For the HQ, we've got Caracul the Risen. We also have part of the army is our Primaris Librarian. Into troops, we've got our first squad of Intercessors. One has got the Auxiliary Grenade Launcher, and the Vet Sergeant has got a Power Sword. Over to the second one. Kitted out exactly the same, so the Sergeant will have a Power Sword, and one will have an Auxiliary Grenade Launcher. Third troop choice is another Intercessor squad, again armed exactly the same. The Sergeant has a Power Sword, and we have one Auxiliary Grenade Launcher. I should mention, 2 of the squads have got bolt rifles, one has got the Stalker bolt rifle. Into elites, we've got Apothecaries, kitted out identical. Heavy support, we have my Hellblaster squads. And Leviathan Dreadnought. Finishing off the army, we have Repressor, kitted out with everything you see.
Armies and the objective markers are down. Ed has put the Red Scorpions on the left-hand side of the battle and Matt's Night Lords down on the right. Objectives are numbered and really important in this game. So we have the first of the objectives down here, number 2, surrounded by the Intercessor squad and one of the Apothecaries. Hellblasters hunkered down just behind the Fortress of Redemption. Caracul down, getting cover from the turret The repulsor at the back of the battlefield behind the bastion. Second of the objective markers. With another intercessor squad on. That one is number 4. Third objective marker, number 6, up on top of the fortress. And the final Leviathan for Ed, looking down the left-hand flank of the battlefield. Other objective markers in no man's land, we have number 5, number 1 by the Space Marine statue, and then the final objective marker, number 3, up on the balcony of the ruined building. For the Night Lords, we literally have one Leviathan Dreadnought down behind one of the ruined Manufactorum buildings, looking down that road. And the majority of Matt's force down on the right-hand flank of the battlefield. Obviously, we have the Storm Eagle, and we have the cultists ready to go up and grab that objective. Not much down on the battlefield for the Night Lords. Everything pretty much down on the battlefield. A few things in the repulsor. So Matt finished deploying first, but Ed is going to roll first, who rolls a 5. Obviously Matt gets the +1, which really doesn't help. I'm guessing, Matt, you're going to want to try and seize?
I'd like to.
You're going to try and seize? Go on then.
Looking for the Geeks Wargaming. Oh!
So Ed's Gambit was 1 this turn. We have defend objective 1, behind enemy lines, area denial, and secure objective 6. Area denial should be quite easy because Matt has nothing anywhere near it. Defend objective 1, well, objective 1 is down there. And secure objective 6, well, that's up on top of the Fortress of Redemption. So the Hellblasters have moved and jumped up on top of that. Carabcorn has moved around the back of the plasma generator just to try and get out of line of shots of anything. The other Leviathan has moved. The Apothecaries moved slightly. The Incessors just sitting there on the objective, and the other squad have stayed still. And Ed cannot see anything this turn, so there is no shooting. So at the end of Ed's first turn, he secures objective 6 and he gets area denial, and he gambited once. Area denial is actually D3 victory points. So what do you get then, Ed? He gets 2. So he actually gets 4 victory points this turn. So Matt's guess at the start of this turn was 1 objective, and then he pulled out some terrible cards. He's pulled out Witch Hunter, Scour the Skies, Advance, and secure objective 1. So the only one that he could really do was secure objective 1, which he's done with his Leviathan Dreadnought. So his Leviathan Dreadnought has moved around the back of this building across, securing objective 1. And the only other thing to move is the Storm Eagle has gone on top of the old Manufactorum installation, ready to shoot down at the Leviathan Dreadnought. So the only thing to shoot this turn will be the Storm Eagle, and Matt's declared that the Storm Strike missiles, the melters, go down into the Leviathan, and then the Vengeance missiles, they're the ones, are going to go down into the Incessor squad down here, who was toying with the idea of the Hellblasters up here, but they will get +1 to their cover. But these guys are in the open. So I think, Matt, which are you going to shoot first?
We'll start against the infantry unit.
Oh, the infantry first. So first off, it is 2d6 to see how many shots we get. So that's not bad shooting at all. There's going to be lots of shots coming in. And then hitting on 3s.
Yep, this is because the machine there's got Demon Machine Spirit, ignores the penalty.
Ooh, so 4 misses out of that lot though.
And a strength of 5, toughness of a Primaris Marine, Ed.
It's 4.
So 3s to wound.
Got 5 wounds. So AP -1, 5 saves to make, 4 ups. Oh dear, Ed. Next to shoot it is the melters down at the Leviathan. 2 shots needing 3s to hit. 2 hits. Toughness 8, strength 8, so 4's needed. Ooh, is he going to command point that 2?
Yes.
He is going to command point that 2. Oh, it went well. So Ed now has his 4 Binvun save to make, which he gets with a 5. Hellstrike missiles now, 2 shots. Hitting on 3s. Ooh, 1 hit, 1 miss. Strength?
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so 4's needed again. It's a 3.
Oh dear.
That Leviathan is unscathed. So at the end of Matt's turn, He scores secure objective 1, and he gambited 1 as well. So that is 2 victory points scored at the end of the first turn. So at the end of Ed's previous turn, he discarded defend objective 1 and pulled out 3 new tactical objectives. But before he did any of that, he gambited 1 again. So we've got behind enemy lines still. We've got overwhelming firepower, no prisoners, and blood and guts. So lots of stuff to go forward and move. And with that in mind, these guys have stayed still. Kuln has moved up around the plasma annihilator turret. Leviathan's over there though, so he's got a long way to go. The repulsor has moved around the bastion, looking at putting shots into the Storm Eagle. The intercessor squad has moved up a little bit, but still holding on to that objective. Leviathan Dreadnought has stayed still, so he doesn't get the -1 for shooting, but he will be putting all of his shots into that flyer. The repulsor is going to shoot with the las cannons. The tri-las is just out of range. So las cannon shots raining up at the Storm Eagle. 2 shots, normally needing 3s, but obviously now needing 4s because it's a flyer. Makes both of them. So we are strength 9 against toughness 7. So 3s to wound. Oh, only the 1 wound. 6 up save needed for Matt. Oh, he goes and gets a 5. How much damage does this las cannon do, Ed? 3 wounds off the Storm Eagle. Next to shoot will be the Leviathan Dreadnought up at the Storm Eagle, the Melter Lance, and also has a melter in his fist. So the Melter Lance is heavy D3. 2 heavy D3. So 3 shots. It's not great. Normally needing 2s to hit because we're shooting a flyer. It becomes 3s. Which of course they have all hit. 3s to wound now. All but 1 have wounded. Oh, he's going to use a command point for that one. So we've got 2. Still got 2. And Eddie's down a command point. He's -4, so there's no saves for the Storm Eagle. But we get 2d6 because we're in half range. First one, 6. Second one, 6. 12 wounds. He's alive with 1 wound remaining. However, 1 wound remaining, but we still have the melter in the fist to go. So then, Ed. 3s. He's hit with the SN dice.
Doesn't count, missed the tray.
It does count, even though he missed the tray. So, strength 9.
Yeah.
3s. Oh, strength 8. 3s to wound. Oh, it's failed to wound it. Still alive. It's still hanging in there. Hellblaster's now going to try and finish off that Storm Eagle. All of them shooting up into it. 5 shots, needing 4s to hit. Ooh, 2 hits could be enough. So it is strength 7 versus toughness 7. So we're going to need some 4s here to do any damage. We get 1 damage. So that is a -4. So there is no save allowed. So it is gone. I suppose the question is does that Storm Eagle explode? No, it doesn't. There are 16 passengers on board, so any ones, and it is good night. Oh, just the 1. 2. Oh, there's 2 there. So 2 of the passengers have died. So the next thing to shoot will be Kuln, who was shooting down at Leviathan Dreadnought of the Night Lords all the way down there, holding on to objective 1. He can just about make him out through the scenery. 12 shots coming in now, hitting on 3s. Oh, there's a few misses. Well, 4. So that's not horrendously bad. What's the strength of this weapon, Ed?
6. Toughness 8.
So he's going to need 5s to wound.
1.
1 wound. At -1.
Yeah.
-1.
So 3 up save.
3 up save.
Ow.
Which he then fails. So the Night Lord Leviathan Dreadnought takes 1 wound. Next to fire will be the heavy bolters. 2 hits. Needing 5s. 1 wound. -1 again. Saved this time for the Leviathan. But we also have some missiles. Are you going to shoot any this turn, Ed? So Ed has decided to fire all 3 of his hunter killer missiles. Heavy one though, so he's going to be hitting on 3s. All have hit. Strength 8.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8, so 4s needed. 2.
Let me down.
2 wounds. -2, Matt.
4 up.
So 4 ups, yeah.
Double fair.
Passed them both with 2 5s. So Ed has decided to try and charge the Leviathan Dreadnought into the Night Lords that have come out of the flyer. It is a 12-inch charge, Ed. He doesn't make it, but obviously we now have Overwatch. Matt, you're shooting a melter?
Combi melter.
Combi melter.
Sergeant champion, oh dear.
Doesn't hit.
And then 4 bolt gunshots.
Yeah, 4 normal bolters. He gets 1 hit. No wounds. So at the end of Ed's turn, he scores overwhelming firepower, and he also scores no prisoners. He also gets 1 for the Gambit, but he also does get first blood as well. So 3 victory points plus first blood. So Matt has decided to get rid of Witch Hunter and has also gambited 2 this turn. Objective wise, we have Scour the Skies, Domination, Advanced and Big Game Hunter. So at the start of Matt's movement phase, he's used the Stratagem Tide of Traitors for 2 command points, which basically means you can take a unit of cultists off the battlefield and bring them back on 9 inches away from an enemy and wholly within 6 inches of a board edge. Next we have a large blob of Deep Strike Tin, we have a Terminator unit, we have some Raptors, we have a Sorcerer and Chaos Lord. Leviathan Dreadnought has moved up and off Objective 1 across the battlefield. On the other side of the battlefield, the units that came out of the Storm Eagle have moved up and around, looking at trying to deal with the first of the 2 Leviathans. So the first thing that's going to happen is the Sorcerer is going to try and cast Smite down onto Kulm. I really can't say it, the Leviathan. Which he doesn't, he only gets a 4. The Sorcerer is now going to try and cast Warp Time, which is 6. So what does Matt get? Oh, let's just do house rules for cocked dice. So let's see if it's cocked. If it stays on top, it is not. If it can't stay on top, it is cocked. So you got a 1. Yeah, Matt, that's definitely cocked. Matt, that's cocked.
Careful.
So you've got a 1 plus.
Hey!
Surprisingly enough, Matt is now going to try and use a command point on one of the 1s. So here we go. It's a 5, it's a 6, it has gone off. Thumbs up for Matt. So the Night Lord's Leviathan Dreadnought is now going to shoot his Grav Flux Bombard down at Colin. We'll just call him Colin from now on because it's just going to be a lot easier. So this is D3 shots.
Yep. It's fine. 1. Hey!
Ed called a 1. Matt has decided to command point this. He rolls a 3. 2 shots for the Grav Flux, hitting on 3s. Both have hit. Strength for the weapon?
9.
Strength 9. Toughness of Colin is 8. So 3's needed. Oh, he goes and gets it. So we're now down to Ed's 4 up invuln save. 2 to make. 1 saved, 1 not.
Command point.
Oh, he's going to command point that 1.
Oh!
It's still the same. But because of Proud to Live, Proud to Die, Hard to Kill, and he rolls the 6s, negate those wounds. No 6s, 5 wounds. Done. Combi bolters from the Terminators now rapid firing. 20 shots, all hitting on 3s. That's got lots of dice. Oh, there's a few misses in there.
No.
Oh, that was definitely cocked. Go on, Matt, you can re-roll that. Oh, and it then goes and misses. So you got 2, 4, 6... 8 misses?
12 hits.
12 hits. That's still not that bad, but you're going to be wounding on 6s. Ouch. Tough old Dreadnought, needing those 6s now. Just the 1. So Ed now just needs his 2 up save. Makes with ease. Next unit to shoot with the Chaos Cultist, and Matt has used the Stratagem Veterans of the Long War. 52 dice. Needing what to hit?
4s.
Needing 4s to hit. We're going to have to go work this out. 22 hits out of 52 dice, but because of Veterans of the Long War, we are wounding on 5s.
5 wounds.
There's a few in there. Ed has now got 8 2-up saves to make. And makes all of them like,
That's so worth it.
like a boss. Next to shoot will be the squads that came out of the Storm Eagle. There are 3 units here. Sparring Champions have Combi Melters. They will be re-rolling 1s because they are next to
The Chaos Lord.
the Chaos Lord. First Combi Melter to roll. Misses. Doesn't get a re-roll because it's a 2. Second Combi Melter. Hits. That is not cocked either. Third Combi Melter. Now that one probably is cocked. Hits anyway. So we have 2 hits with the Combi Melters.
Strength 8, toughness 8.
So 4s to wound. 1 wound. Ed has now got his 4-up invuln save, which he fails. So how much damage
Wounds.
does it do?
I don't even get a choice if I'm going to...
Oh, would you like to come out?
I don't want to come out and re-roll it. You only got 1 wound.
Matt cannot re-roll his damage, so it's only 1 wound done to the Leviathan. 20 bolt gunshots now raining in. Re-rolling 1s because of the Chaos Lord. So there's 2 re-rolls that I can see. And that's really helpful. But not many misses there, actually. Matt, you've not done too bad. Now Matt needs 6s to wound. 2 wounds? Yeah, 2 wounds out of that lot. 2 2-up saves. Ed makes them both. Chaos Lord that is also down there, he's going to fire his Combi Bolter. 4 shots.
2s to hit.
All of them have hit. That's good.
6s to wound.
6s though. Gets 1 wound. 1 2-up save to make. Makes it. The Chaos Lord and the Raptors are going to attempt to get into combat with the Hellblasters up on top of the building, and the Terminators are going to go into Colin and try and rip him apart. And finally, all 3 squads are going to attempt to go into combat with the other Leviathan Dreadnought. So the Chaos Lord is going to be the first one to attempt to go into combat. Now, he cannot be seen by the Hellblasters, which means they cannot overwatch. It is a 7-inch charge? 9-inch charge. Let's have a look, see if he can do it. He's got a 7. Does he have a reroll?
He does. His Warlord trait lets him 1 reroll per battle round. So this will be on the 2. Oh, so close.
He's not made it in. The Raptors will now attempt to go in 9 inches, but now they can be seen. So Ed is going to overwatch with the Hellblasters.
Overcharging.
Yeah, are you overcharging? No, he's not, obviously. Still gets 2 1s, though.
Good job.
Because it's a 2, no wound given out to the Raptors are intact. Can they make their 9-inch charge? They can with a 10. Terminators into Colin. Can they make it?
Salt cannon first.
Yeah, salt cannon time. Oh, 5 6s rolled. Oh dear. This could be painful. 3s to wound.
Oosh.
4 wounds. -1.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Heavy bolter now. 1 6.
That's a loaded dice.
Wounded. -1. Saves it. And then flamers. Nipple flamers time.
2 heavy D6.
D6s. 3 shots.
1 wound. 1 wound.
Just the 1 wound.
2 wounds actually, yes.
Oh no, it is 2 wounds, yeah.
3.
Both saved. To watch the charge distance, Matt?
Whatever I roll.
Not enough.
6 inches they will probably be in. Let's just check. Yes, they are in. Next unit to charge will be the Chaos Marines into the Leviathan. What's going first, Ed? The nipple flamers. D6 shots. Only 4. These nipple flammers are letting you down a little bit today. 4 wounds though. It's all right, Ed, I'll clear them out for Matt.
1 dead.
1 dead Marine. Next to go.
Meltgun.
Ooh, the melter. No. Anything else to shoot? The melter lance, isn't it?
Sapphire melter lance is heavy 2d3.
3 shots. No 6s. Charge range of about 6 inches, I think it is. They probably have made it in. Chaos Lord next to try and go in. It's an 8-inch charge. Only a 5. Next to go, Matt. First one of these squads, 7-inch.
Yep.
In. And then there is the second squad, again, 7-inch charge. In as well. That's not bad. 3 squads of Chaos Marines in with the Leviathan Dreadnought. 2 Chain Fists, 3 Power Fists in this squad. The Chain Fists are hitting first. One is on the Sergeant, so he will get 3 attacks, but they will be hitting on 4s. Oh, 1 hit. Strength 10.
Strength 8.
Oh, only 8. Wounded now on 4s. Oh, goes and wounds. Minus 4. So it's going to be your 4 up invuln save. Ed? Like a boss. Gets a 6. Now it's the Power Fists. Again, hitting on 4s. That's better. Only 2 misses. Wounding on 4s. That's not so good. Just the 1. So 1 4 up then, Ed. Makes it. Ed has spent 2 command points. He's going to interrupt combat and he's going to hit with the Hellblaster squad. 11 hits because there is a sergeant in there. Hitting on 3s. Oh, that's not the best roll. 3 hits. 4 hits. It's hard to see from this angle. Wounding on toughness 4. 4, so 4s. 2 wounds.
Power armor.
2 3 ups.
Oops.
Whoops-a-daisy, 1 dies.
Totally went.
Raptors now hitting back. Power Fist first, hitting on 4s. Brilliant. And then the rest of the Raptors hitting on 3s. So 3 hits, 3 misses. 2 wounds. 2 3 up saves for Ed.
I half killed a guy!
Yes!
Next is the 3 squads of Night Lords, tactical squads down here. 15 attacks, hitting on 3s. There's a few misses in there. That's not too bad, Matt. What'd you get? 4 misses?
Yep.
Oh, that's good odds.
And the rest were bizarrely 3s.
However, you are going to be wounding this Leviathan Dreadnought on 6s. You're going to need a lot of 6s here. You get no 6. Oh, just the 1 6. Where's the 1 6?
No, I said
Just 1 6. Oh, Robin's confusing me now. There are no 6s in there. Time for the Red Scorpions to hit back now. Colin is going to hit with his Snippy Claw. How many attacks does he get, Ed?
4.
4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
It is indeed.
1 miss, 3 hits. Wounding on 2s.
3.
All of them have wounded. Minus?
3.
Minus 3. So, 5 up invulns.
4. Cataphractic.
2 dead Terminators from that fight. That was painful and costly. So Ed has decided to smack the big squad in the middle that's got 5 guys with a siege drill. A little bit harsh if you ask me. Hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
So there's 1 miss, 3 hits. Wounding on 2s. All have wounded. What's the minus on this?
Minus 4.
Minus 4. No save allowed. 3 dead Night Lords. Morale phase. The squad that's just been hit by the siege drill. Matt does not want to see a 6. Ooh, close. But they are okay. So at the end of the turn, Matt does not score Scour the Skies Domination or Big Game Hunter, but he does score Advance. However, his Gambit was 2, and he has only scored 1, so he's given Ed 2 victory points. So at the end of last turn, Ed dropped behind enemy lines and he's gambited 1. This turn he has Blood and Guts, Supremacy, Mission Critical Objective, which he rolled a dice and got a 4, and Domination. So Mission Critical Objective 4 is all the way down here with the squad and the Apothecary on. Out of the Repulsor, everybody has stepped out. The Librarian, Intercessors are out, and the Apothecary that is down with that squad obviously down there. The Repulsor has moved up and around, looking at shooting down into this squad down here. The Hellblasters have moved out of combat. These guys use the same traits as Ultramarines, so they can shoot if they want to. What was that, Ed?
The Apothecary moved up.
Oh, and the Apothecary's moved up as well. Who's hiding just there behind the Repulsor, and Leviathan Dreadnought has stayed in combat. And of course, Colin is still in combat. Librarian is now going to try and cast Might of Heroes down onto the Librarian. It is a 6. It goes off on a 7. Obviously that was meant to be the Leviathan Dreadnought, not Librarian onto Librarian. Then the next thing to cast is Smite, which is going down onto the Raptor squad down here. Obviously a 5. Goes off on a 6. D3 mortal wounds, Ed. 2. So 2 more Raptors die. The 2 Apothecaries have just cleared D3 mortal wounds, so the one that's on the Hellblasters has gone, and the one on the Incessor squad down there has gone as well. Stalker pattern bolt rifles from down inside of the ruins up at the Raptors inside the buildings, hitting on 3s. So needing 4s to wound. No wounds whatsoever. Next squad of Intercessors are shooting up at the Raptors as well. These guys are equipped with just their bolt rifles. So needing 3s to hit. All have hit. Needing 4s to wound. Oh, 1 wound. -1, but they're in cover, so it's +1. It's a save anyway. Robin has pointed out one guy is not in cover, so they don't get that save, but it's a save anyway. So these guys are rapid firing, so Ed does get another 5 shots with them. 2 misses. 4s to wound. 2 wounds. 2 3-ups. Oh, snake eyes. 2 dead Raptors. 3 left alive. And we have got another squad to shoot. 2 normal bolt rifles and the auxiliary grenade launcher now from the squad at the back of the battlefield shooting in. The black dice is the auxiliary grenade launcher, hitting on 3s. Oh, 1. The auxiliary grenade launcher misses. Wound on 4s. No wounds whatsoever. The Raptors are alive. Repulsor is next to shoot the las cannon and the tri-las down at Leviathan Dreadnought. Everything else is going to try and wipe out the Raptor squad. 4 shots now, rolling them all up at the same time because they're all the same. 1 miss.
No. Yes, I ignore it. It's got machine power, machine spirit. Yeah.
Yep. So ignore the move, so 3 hits.
3.
2 wounds at -3.
Ed.
You're getting the command point now.
Are you getting yeah? Are you going to use a command point on that last dice? So 3 wounds Matt has now got to save with his 5 up invuln.
Whee!
Saves 1 of them. 2 of them have gone through. D6 damage. 9. It's alive with 4 wounds remaining, but is taking a bit of punishment. Gatler gun now shooting down at the Raptor squad. Heavy 6. All but 1 have hit. What's the strength for this weapon?
5.
Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. 4 wounds. AP minus 1, which negates because of the cover. All have been saved. Heavy stubber. Oh, only 1 wound. Brilliant. Reroll. Do you want to re-roll that? Because I did hit Ed.
Always, it was a 2. Oh.
There we go. Icarus rocket pod. Now, heavy D3?
Yeah.
Just the 1.
4s.
4s to wound. No, Hit.
Force to hit. No.
No hits at all. The Raptors are holding on just about.
Is there not?
Frag Storm grenade launchers, heavy D6, 2 of them. 5. 4's to hit, so 2 hits. What is it to wound? Then 7. 3's to wound.
It's minus.
1.
-1, so that's negated because they're in cover, so 3 ups to do. Oh, 1 more dead. Hellblasters now are going to shoot all the way down into the cultists. 2 of them in range, Ed. Not overcharging. So hit.
Assault 2, aren't
Assault 2, yeah.
Yeah, hitting on 3s, assault 2. Oh, there's 2 1s though.
It's a good job you don't overcharge.
I know, it is a very good
That
job.
squad would have wiped itself out.
2 wounds.
No, 1 wound.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Only 1 wound.
2.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Oh, the
3.
cultists, yeah.
Yeah, shooting cultists, Ed. So there are 2 wounds there. At minus
They're dead.
Minus dead.
minus dead because they are cultists. So Colin, with his snippy snips, is going in against the Terminators. 4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
1 miss. There's only 3 Terminators alive, so it might be enough. You're going to be wounding on 2s.
Yep.
Yeah.
3 wounds. 3 5-up invuln saves needed. 1 invuln save made, so they're alive with 1 poor little guy remaining. Leviathan against the squad with 2 men remaining. 1 extra attack now because of Might of Heroes. Wow. 2 1s rolled. Wounded on 2s. 1 wound. Oh, command point. Reroll. 2 wounds. 2 more Night Lords pulled down. Matt is now going to hit back with the Chaos Night Lord tactical squad down here. So you'll need 3s to hit. Oh, wow. That is a lot of 2s and 1s. He's using my dice as well. I'm going to have to burn these afterwards and get some new ones. And then you're going to need 6s to wound. No wounds done to the Leviathan Dreadnought. And it's over to the 1 remaining Terminator on Colin. So let's have a look. 3 attacks because it's the Sergeant. Hitting on 4s because it's -1. 2 hits. Strength 8. So 4s to wound. 1 wound. 1 invuln save needed. Oh, where's Ed going to roll? Where's going to go roll in there? No, it does not. He does ignore them on 6s. No 6s rolled, so down to 8 wounds for Colin. Raptors time for in the morale phase. They've lost 5 this turn, so D6. -3. They are okay. So the end of Ed's turn, he scores mission critical objective. He also scores blood and guts, and he also gets his Gambit because he said 1 and he scored 2. So he comes out of this turn with 3 victory points. So Matt has gambled 2 this turn, which is quite big, but objective-wise we have Master the Warp, Area Denial, Big Game Hunter, and Scour the Skies. In the movement phase, the Chaos Lord has moved up and onto that objective. Leviathan Dreadnought, the Sorcerer, and the Cultists have moved up towards Colin. The Terminator in combat has moved out, and all the way over here, the other Chaos Lord has moved up towards Leviathan Dreadnought as well. So Matt is now going to try and cast Smite down onto Colin and then Warp Time up onto the Leviathan Dreadnought. So Smite first. In 5s. Goes off. D3 mortal wounds. 3. Ed will ignore these mortal wounds on a roll of a 6. Gets no 6s, so 3 mortal wounds have gone through. And then obviously we have got Warp Time to try and cast, which is 6. Passes on a 6 as well. Leviathan has moved again and he's now going to shoot. So Grav Flux Bombard, D3 shots. He gets 1.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Good rolling. Do you want to try and re-roll that?
No.
No, no point. So let's see if he hits.
On a 4.
No. Melter Gun time.
Hitting on a 3.
Hits.
Wounding on a 4.
Wounding on a 4. Wounds. 4 up invuln save. Fails. Oh, how many?
I am within melter range.
Yes, you are. Is he going to command point that? He is in melter range. He is going to command point it. Passes it. Nipple flamers from the Leviathan Dreadnought. 6 shots. It's a good start.
What are you on about?
5 to wounds. 3 wounds. -1.
Ignores it on a 6.
Ignores that one on a 6. No, takes another wound. He's down to 4. Sorcerer's now going to throw a crack grenade. Here we go. Hits. Wounded on A.
5.
Doesn't wound. Terminator and the cultist still to shoot.
Terminator's fallen back.
Terminator has fallen back, so Terminator cannot shoot. So it's over to the cultists. Cultists are within rapid fire range. 46 dice, needing 4s. That's a lot of dice. 21 hits, now needing 6s. Oh, there's 4, 5 at least. 5 2-up saves to make. Takes another wound, but we'll ignore that one on a 6. No, he's down to 3 wounds remaining. The 2 raptors now are going to shoot at the Incessor squad in front of them. 1 crack grenade and 1 bolt pistol. What are you firing first?
Grenade.
Grenade. Misses.
Pistol.
Misses. Brilliant. Into the charge phase, the Chaos Lord down there is going to try and get into the Leviathan Dreadnought, which he does nicely, so he'll add a little bit of punch in there. Raptors into the Incessor squad.
Yeah, so Overwatch.
So Overwatching time. 10 shots coming in. No 6s, no hits. So will the Raptors make it in? Yes, they will. Chaos Lord on top of the building cannot be seen by the Hellblaster, so there's no Overwatch, but will he make it into combat? Yes, he will, so he's in as well. Next thing to charge will be the Leviathan into Colin. Here we go, Overwatch. What's going first?
Salt cannons.
Salt cannons. 2 6s. Going to be needing 5s to wound. No wounds. Anything else to shoot?
Heavy bolter.
Yeah. 1 6 from the heavy bolter.
5s.
1 wound from the heavy bolter. -1. Oh, takes a wound. Nipple flamers. 2d6. Oh, just 3. 5s to wound.
Come on.
No wounds. All 4s.
Charge distance.
So can he make it in? 5 inches. I think he might just be in. Let's have a look. Yes, he will just be in. The cultists now, we're going to try and join them. No, not with the snake eyes, they won't. It's Leviathan versus Leviathan, both on their lower brackets. The Night Lord's Leviathan gets 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. 1 hit.
Command point.
Always going to command point, re-roll it. 2 hits. Needing 2s to wound. 2 wounds. We have 2 invuln saves. Otherwise we could be saying goodbye to Colin. 1 goes through, 1 doesn't. Ed does have 1 command point left.
Gotta do it.
Gotta do it.
Oh! How much damage?
4.
It's a 4 damage. He's only got 3s left. But does he ignore these 3 on a 6? After that, he's down to 2 wounds. Chaos Lord next to go. Normally 4 attacks. +1 because of his relic claw, so he gets 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Reroll 1s.
Re-rolling the 1s. It's good. It's 4 hits. Wounding on 3s.
Strength 5.
All have wounded.
-3.
Oh, 6-up saves, Ed. 5 6-ups. From what we've just seen, he probably has this. No, he saves 1 of them.
D3 wounds each.
Oh, so we could... Yeah, now this could... Yeah, roll them individually. This could be big. So the first one. 3. 1 dead. Second one. 2. 1 dead. 2. Another 1 dead.
Last one.
2. Another 1 dead.
There you go.
Raptors next to go. 2 for the Power Fist. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounding on 2s. 2 wounds. -3. 1 saved, 1 doesn't. D3 damage. 2. 1 of the intercessors is dead. And then the other raptor guy, 2 attacks with a chainsword. 1 hit, 1 miss. Wounded. Normal 3 up save. No. So 1 is down to 1 wound. Colin is going to hit the Leviathan Dreadnought back. 4 attacks. Hitting on 4s, so 3 hits. Wounding on 2s, yeah. 3 wounds. 4 up. Invuln save in the combat. He's failed 1.
4 damage.
I am slain.
4 damage. That Leviathan has gone. Does he blow up? So the Leviathan Dreadnought blows up on a 6 because it's chaos.
That's dramatic. Ha-ha!
It's a 3. Leviathan Dreadnought's now going to hit the Chaos Lord. Oh, 2 hits. Wounding on 2s.
Yeah.
2 wounds.
4 up Invul for Sigil of Corruption.
Saves 1 with an Invuln. 1 goes through. 5 damage. After double checking, it is only 4 wounds, but Ed rolled 1 less dice because of Might of Hero, so he does get 1 more attack. Hits. Does he wound? Yes, he does. 4 up Invuln save from Matt.
He done it!
All good. Because of the consolidation move, the Apothecary is now going to hit the Night Lord, hitting on 3s. Wounding on
Strength 4.
4s. 2 wounds, 2 normal saves for Matt. Oh, it's a 1 and a 2.
Deserved that for not getting the tray.
Dear. Intercessor's now going to hit. The black dice will be the power sword, and everything else is the normal squad. Hitting on 3s. 1 miss. The power sword, 2 misses from the normal guys. Wounding on 4s. Ooh, 2 wounds from the power sword. And 2 normal wounds.
Power sword, 6s.
Yep, power sword. Yep, they are most definitely dead. Last squad now to hit will be the 3 remaining in one of the Night Lord's tactical squads. Ooh, 2 hits. Needing 6s. No 6s. Leviathan is untouched. So we got the morale check on the Hellblaster to do -1 because the Night Lords and -4 because of all the damage. It's 4, 8. So at the end of Matt's turn, he has scored Master the Warp and Area Denial because there's nobody within 6 inches of the centre of the battlefield, which will give him a total of 4 victory points this turn. So Ed this turn has gambited 1. We have Defend Objective 6, Supremacy, Advance and Master the Warp. Colin has moved up slightly, looking at Burning and then going into combat over here. The Apothecary has got back into the Repulsor. The Incessors have moved up and around. Hellblaster up on top of the Fortress of Redemption, holding on to Objective 6. Defending that objective now is critical for the Scorpions. Might of Heroes now trying to be cast down onto the Leviathan. 6 needed. Oh, he's got it. And Matt is decided not to deny. He can do because he is in range, but he's decided against it. Next, what are we going to do? Smite or Veil of Time?
Smite.
Smite, and where's Smite going to go?
The Lord.
Oh, the Chaos Lord. Here we go. 5 needed.
11.
11.
Oh, it's a big one.
Oh dear.
Block that, Matt.
Come on, Matt. You need
You need a 12.
you need a 12 to block it. No. No.
D6.
D6 mortal wounds.
1.
Just the 1. Matt has now spent his last command point on In Midnight Clad, which means it is -1 to hit the Chaos Lord. 8 bolter rounds now going into the Chaos Lord. -1 to hit. So hitting on 4s, 3 misses.
It's the John Cena ability.
Gonna need 4s to wound. 2 wounds.
All he needs.
Two saves off Matt. No, gets him. Stalker, pattern bolt rifles now shooting down into the Chaos Lord. They haven't moved, so no modifier. All have hit. Ouch.
It's even with my -1 from John Cena in it.
Yep.
Fours.
Oh, 3 wounds.
-2.
Yeah, -2 on these guns. So let's have a look.
Eye sockets.
Oh, he
I'll
is.
reroll that one.
He's still dead.
And he's still
And he's still dead. With the death of the Chaos Lord, that is also slay the Warlord for Ed. Colin is now going to shoot down at the one remaining Terminator.
4s.
Oh dear. Well, I say oh dear, it wasn't that bad, Ed. Couple of misses. Still got 5 hits. Needing
26.
3s.
2.
2 wounds.
Terminator.
Yeah, -1. Oh,
What's damage?
1.
just 1 damage. So Terminator is alive with 1 wound remaining.
Heavy bolter.
Heavy bolter time. 1 hit. That is all he needs. No wounds. Anything else?
Nipple flamers. 7.
7 shots to the nipple flamers.
Best he's done all game.
Yeah.
Which was average.
3s.
Yeah.
5.
5 wounds. Can Matt save them all?
Yeah! No.
No. No, he can't. Colin is now going to assault into the sorcerer, who's going to throw a crack grenade. No, he's not. So will Colin make it in? Yes, he will. 4 attacks from the Dreadnought, hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Oh!
I have decided I'm going to use my funky ability to roll a 6 hit.
Oh, he's rolled a 6 to hit, so Death Hold now in play. So Death Hold, once per fight phase, after rolling a 6+ for this weapon, you may choose to grab a foe in a Death Hold. You may choose to fire his heavy bolter at point blank range, inflicting D6 mortal wounds on the target in addition to normal damage. 2s now to wound. 3 wounds. Minus
Minus a lot, he's dead.
minus dead. Leviathan Dreadnought now is going to hit. He's going to put 2 hits onto the Chaos Lord. That'll be the black dice. And then the red dice are going on to the largest squad that are still alive. Hitting on 2s. Threes, sorry. So all have hit apart from that 1. And then wounding on 2s. Oh, he has survived. But there's 2 dead normal tactical marines. Chaos Lord next with the Power Fist. 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
Reroll the 1.
Reroll that, yeah. All have hit.
Strength 8, toughness 8.
So 4s to wound. Oh, 1 whole wound. 1 invuln save. Fails.
D3 damage.
3 damage. He's down to 7. So Colin consolidated into the cultist, and 11 of them are now hitting the Dreadnought. Hitting on
4s.
50-50-ish.
Should be a 50.
Wounding now, I'm guessing, on 6s. Excellent. So at the end of Ed's turn, he scores Master Warp, and he also gets Supremacy because he has got 3 objectives, so D3 victory points. Just the 1. So he scores 1, 2, 3 for his Gambit, and then he also gets Slay the Warlord as well. So Matt has gone 2 on the Gambit this turn. He has Big Game Hunter, Defend Objective 1, Blood and Guts, and Secure Objective 3. Defend Objective 1, Secure Objective 3. So a bit difficult. No Psychic, no real movement. So we're straight over to a fight phase. Chaos Lord hitting with his Power Fist now, hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s. Oh, good thing as well. Oh, All have hit. 4s.
Not bad.
3 wounds. 4 ups. Oh, they've all gone through.
7 wounds remaining. Kaboom!
Oh.
6.
Oh, it's only 6.
It does work out as 6. 1 wound remaining. Colin is now going to hit into the cultists, hitting on 4s. Very degraded. 2 hits.
These cultists are terrifying.
2s to wound.
No.
2 dead cultists. 18 cultists now, hitting on 4s. Lots of dice. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's go work this out. Now needing 6s. Gets 1. 1 6. So we now have 1 2 up save, which he makes. Leviathan Dreadnought's now going to hit. First dice against the captain. Misses. Next dice is against
The
smaller squads.
1 hit.
1 hit. 1 dead. And then the final dice against the bigger squad misses. The remaining Night Lords now hitting into the Leviathan Dreadnought. 6 attacks.
3s.
All have hit.
They're all reds.
Oh, you're going to need them 6s now, Matt. Oh, no 6s. The end of Matt's turn, he scores no objectives, so he has just handed Ed another 2 victory points. So with that, Matt has decided to call it. There is no way back for the Night Lords. It is 19 victory points to 7 to the Red Scorpions. That was a bloody game. Let's head over to the post-game review. Hi guys, welcome to the post-game review. I think that was a decisive victory for the Red Scorpions there. How did you find that mission, guys? Because that's the first time we've played that one on the channel.
It's interesting.
It was a bit of a gambit.
3 years. Twice, intro and the outro.
That's why I deserve that punishing.
It's quite difficult, isn't it, to say how many you're going to obtain before you've even drawn your cards?
Yeah, I mean, the first turn you've got to play it safe.
You played it safe every turn.
Yeah.
Well, you won the game because of it.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah, that is true. And
yeah.
I mean, how many points did you give away? We've got it written down up there. So you gave away a total of 4 victory points to Ed throughout the entirety of that game. Ed, you did rack up the points quite quickly in the first couple of turns, didn't you? You scored like 7 in the first turn, not including those.
Yeah, we're very, very lucky with the cards of Drew, to be fair. But
which is how it normally works out in Maelstrom, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is that luck of the draw kind of situation a little bit. So yeah, that was a really good, fun game to watch actually and to narrate. The Night Lords look awesome. They look really good, especially the...
Even better when they're dead.
Even better when they're dead. No, your Red Scorpions are looking absolutely amazing. Ed has got 1 miniature to finish off, and then we're going to do a army showcase of his Red Scorpions as well, because that would be awesome to get onto the channel. So, units of the game. Let's have a look at this. So, come on then, Ed. Who is your unit of the game? Is it Colin? Which, by the way, is not his name. What's his name?
Carib Colm the Risen.
I couldn't say that, so I just called him Colin. Just gets easier. So, who is your player of the game? Was it Colin?
I think Colm was definitely the one for me. The other Leviathan was a very close second. It held up.
Yeah.
To be fair, it was a game of 2 Leviathans.
Yeah, and then the Chaos Leviathan pretending to be a Leviathan for a while, and
but I will say that I think you got close to wiping out both of the Leviathans, and I think if you had, it might have been a bit of a game changer, because when you got into combat, when you moved up and got into combat, you were killing off the Scorpions quite nicely.
Yeah.
I think those Leviathans acted as like a bit of a roadblock, literally.
they did.
It was
yeah.
It was the whole point was basically force them forward, try and get a bit of a foothold in, and then use the rest of the troops to gather the points as the apothecaries stitching them back together. I mean, the unit in the back corner literally got back to nearly 4 before it was the game ended.
And I think they shot like once all game, maybe twice all game.
Yeah,
They just sat there and...
But that entire side was all taken up by the Leviathan. Everything got into it, and it just became a...
Top it.
Yeah.
It really did. What about you then, Matt?
I think for me it was when the Storm Eagle went down so soon.
Yeah.
That was such a big dent in that flank.
Yeah, I think so. I'd agree with that. And then obviously getting blown out of it.
Yeah, and then the Leviathan that the Marines got stuck into combat with, that was it then. I had combi melters, obviously you saw the really good dice roll in there, and we ended up going into combat against an unscathed Leviathan.
Which is always quite messy and always quite scary. But who would you say your unit or man of the game is? Chaos Lord with the claws?
Well, he only really did one thing, didn't he?
He did?
When he got into combat.
The cultists?
Yeah. Again,
No.
difficult to say. Probably the Chaos Lord with the Power Fist, to be fair.
Yeah, because he got into combat with
the
Leviathan and
took
made
it
a
down to
difference.
one wound.
Made a massive difference, didn't he? Up to that point, you were just kind of like dinking the paintwork.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
So yeah, I would agree with that. So as always, guys, thank you for watching. Please leave us a comment. What do you think to these two armies? Red Scorpions, Night Lords. What do we think? Any suggestions or improvements that either of them can make to their painting? No, they can't. So yeah, any suggestions on new minis they want to add to it, or anything they feel or you feel that they're missing? What did you think to that game if you played that mission? What did you think to that when you played it? So yeah, please like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.